Hello students, now we are going to study the next exercise of your course, that is the study of perception. Now regarding this perception in a practical, we are going to study the meaning, definition, determinants of perception, general principles of perception and error in perception. Majority two questions are more important, that is determinant of perception. Determinant means that is the element of perception. 7 elements are there, and second one is the principles of perception. So both the things we are going to study in detail. In this video we are just going to focus on determinants, and in next video we are going to focus on general principles and error in perception. Currently we need to prepare for this topic. Okay, now first of all we will see the meaning, definition, and then we will see the determinants of perception, and next topic we will in the next video we will see the explanation of principles. Now, first of all, meaning of perception. So, perception is a process of attending awareness or understanding the sensory information. Try to understand what is the perception. Perception is nothing but to understand. To get information, to understand the data, understand the information. That is nothing but the perception. समजणे, तुम्हाला काय समजलं, वॉट एव्हर द इन्फॉर्मेशन इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू, information will be in terms of words, in terms of instructions, in terms of saying by some persons. What data you gain from that information, what data you understand from that information, and according to that understanding if you are able to perform, then that is the whole process of perception. Okay, so perception is the process means ongoing activity, continuous activity of attending awareness or understanding, getting aware about it or understand the information. Understanding it, that is nothing but the perception. The word perception comes from Latin word perceptio. 1 minute. The word perception comes from Latin word perceptio. So in filling the it will be asked. Latin word perceptio, dash word, that is perception. It means receiving, collecting, action of taking possession, apprehension with the mind or senses. That means perceptio means receiving, collection, action, taking possession. That means receiving, collection, that means getting that data, getting the information, understanding the information. That is nothing but the perceptio. But in filling the blanks you will ask the word perception derived from dash, that is perceptio. Through our perceptual process, whatever the perceptual process we are going to carry out, each and every individual is going to carry out it. Through our perceptual process, we organize and give meaning to the information which we receive through our senses. We organize and give meaning to the information. Whatever the information we are receiving through our senses that means eye, tongue, nose, ear, okay, skin, so that are sense organs. Through that sense organs we are continuously receiving the information, we are continuously receiving the stimuli, and by receiving the stimuli we are attaching meaning to it. For example, in an environment, if there is a cold, we are shivering and we are trying to wear the sweater. If there is a hot environment, then we are trying to sit under the fan or AC. That means whatever the situation are present in environment, accordingly we are trying to get the meaning to that particular information, or whatever information is told by your parent, whatever instruction given by your teachers, we are trying to understand that information and then attaching meaning to it. So that is the perception. We organize and giving meaning to the information. Giving meaning to the information, that is nothing but the perception. Perception enables us to identify the object situation in our environment. Whatever the situation is there in our environment, whatever the objects are present in our environment, object means anything, instrument, any machineries, any object, whatever is present in the environment. By that way, we are trying to identify that object. Identifying that object is nothing but the perception process. Okay. Perception can be regarded as meaningful sensation. Whatever the information we receive, we need to give meaning to that information, or we are giving meaning to that information. That is nothing but the perception. No two persons have same perceptual capacity. That is most important from objective point of view. Perceptual capacity of each and every individual is different. What is perceptual capacity? That is nothing but understanding the information. Some are able to understand information more detail. Some are unable to understand that data, that information. So each and every individual have different capacity of perception. So these are the statements which try to indicate the meaning of perception. Try to understand. Attending awareness and understanding, meaning, receiving, collecting data, organize, giving meaning to the information, identify the objects or situation. It is meaningful sensation. So these statements are important from filling the blanks point of view. Then what is actual definition? A process by which individuals organize, interpret their sensory impressions in order to give meaning to the environment. Individual which organize and interpret the impressions, that means organize, interpret the information and try to give the meaning to that information which is present in the environment. Another one, perception is a process by which individual maintain contact with the environment. Maintaining contact with the environment, that means whatever the things are present in the environment, we try to understand that particular things. We try to give meaning to that particular information, that things. That is the perception. Perception is organizing a process by which individual help to know the object substance in its real, appropriate, proper identity through our perceptual phenomena. That means we are able to identify the objects in its real position. For example, if different seeds are put in front of you, wheat or maize is there, bajra is there, jawar is there. So we try to identify that particular seed of wheat, particular seed of maize, particular seed of bajra, and we are trying to give meaning to that particular seeds. We try to, we help other persons to know the object substance, to understand, to identify the seeds of particular crops. We help other people to understand it. So that process, know the object substance in real, appropriate, and proper identity. That process is called as perception. So these are definitions. You can write anyone which you feel better. But all that definitions are important from filling the blanks point of view. Now elements or determinants of perception. That is the most important part. Different elements are there. Different determinants are there. Basically 7 elements are there of perception. In exam, we will ask define perception, explain the elements or determinants of perception. Okay. So perception is a process of sensory organ. Now process of sensory organ, that means whatever the sensory organs are present in our body, that is hearing, seeing, and that means nose, eyes, skin, tongue. Okay. So that are the 5 sensory organs which are present in our body. Through that sensory organs, we are getting the information. Basically, sensory organs are the gateway of our mind. Through our sensory organs, we are getting the data. We are getting the information which is present in the environment. So, perception is a process of sensory organs. It is dependent upon our sensory organs. So, the mind gets information through the sensory organs, that is eyes, nose, ear, tongue, skin. So, these are the sensory organs through which we are getting the information. The stimulation comes to the organs through action, written message, oral communication, taste, touch, etc. That means stimulation means information. Okay. Stimulations come to the organs, whatever the organs are there of our body. These organs are getting the stimulation. That means these organs are getting the information. How? Through the action, through written message, by reading the books, etc. Oral communication, by saying some words with other people. Taste, touch. So these are the activities which we are going to perform. Through this activity, through these actions, these sensory organs getting information, and by that way perception process is going to be carried out. The perception starts with the awareness of the stimuli. Stimuli means information. We get aware about the information. For example, in the books, if we are going to read, on WhatsApp, if we are going to read the message, by that way awareness is going to be started. So perception starts with the awareness of the message or stimuli. Recognizing this stimuli takes place only after paying attention to them. Recognizing means understanding. When you are able to understand the message, for example, in WhatsApp, lots of messages are there. On the message which you focus, on which you pay the attention, only that message you are able to understand. Stimuli is nothing but the message. On which stimuli you are going to focus, on which stimuli you are going to pay your attention, on which message you are going to pay your attention. Only that message you are able to recognize. That is the next step of perception process. And when you are going to recognize the message, then these messages are translated into the action. Okay. So that is the short process is explained here about the of perception, how perception process is going to be carried out. Okay. Basically, individual receives the message, then that, for example, this is the individual, he receives the message or stimuli, he recognizes that message, that means try to understand and then convert that message into the action. Likewise, perception process is going to be carried out. Just try to understand, or we will see the in detail how the process is going to be carried out. Now, elements or determinants of perception. Now, there are 7 elements of perception. One by one we will study it. And how the process is going to be carried out, that we will try to understand. Now, first element is stimuli. Stimuli is nothing but the message or information. The receipt of information is the stimulus. As and when you get the data, as and when you get the information, stimulus process started. जसं तुम्हाला माहिती मिळाली की तुमचं माइंड सुरू होतं, तुमची विचार करण्याची गोष्ट सुरुवात होते. ॲज यू गेट द मेसेज, थिंकिंग इज गोइंग टू स्टार्ट. Okay, that is the most important. Receipt of information is nothing but the stimulus. So stimulus is nothing but the message. Stimulus is nothing but the information. Okay, that is the first component, which result into the sensation. That means after receiving stimulus, after receiving information, we get the sensation, we get the meaning. Knowledge, behavior depend on the senses and their stimulation. Whatever the knowledge, behavior we are going to be carried out, whatever the knowledge we gain, whatever the actions we are going to do, behavior, that means action, that depend upon the senses and their stimulation. Senses means whatever the information we receive, on that basis our knowledge is depend, our behavior is depend. These senses are influenced by a large number of stimuli. Senses means our sense organs or the information which we receive or understanding that particular information. So that senses are depend upon the number of stimuli which we receive, number of messages which we receive. On that basis, this stimuli is depend. The family, social, economic environments are the important stimuli for the people. That means we get the information from family, social, economic environment. Social, economic environment, all things are there. Your neighbors, friend circle, school, colleges, religious activities, temples, all that things in which you are going to involve. So that is related to social, economic environment. So through these environments, we are getting the stimuli. We are getting the information. The physiological and psychological functions are the impact of stimuli. Physiological means action, behavior which we are going to carry out. Psychological means knowledge which we are getting, thinking which we are going to be carried out. So physiological and psychological functions of individuals are depend upon or are the impact of the stimuli which we receive. Stimuli, that means nothing but the information which we receive. Whatever the information you are getting, whatever the information you receive, according to that information, you are trying to carry out the activity. You are trying to carry out the physiological work. You are getting the information. You are becoming aware. That means psychological. So both psychological, physiological functions of individual depend upon the stimuli which we receive. Okay. So the intensive and extensive forms of stimuli have greater impact on sensory organ. Now, intensive forms means the thinking of the individual, the information of the individual which he have, And extrinsic forms means the information which is received from outside world. So both these forms of stimuli have impact on the sensory organs of the individuals. The physical work environment, socio-cultural environment, other factors have certain stimuli to influence the employee's perception. For example, employee's ability, employee's understanding, how it is going to be influenced, the physical work environment which is present in the organization, socio-cultural environment which is present in the organization, the factors that are going to create a stimuli which is going to have influence on the employee's perception. In organizational setting, the supervisor may form the stimulus situation for workers' perceptual process. Supervisor or the manager may form the stimulus situation. He has to create the stimulus situation. That means he has to give the information to the employees. Then and then to the worker. Then and then their perception process is going to start. माहितीच समजली नाही, notices समजली नाही, how the workers are going to carry out their work. That is nothing but the stimuli. For example, in case of yourself, students, the stimuli is nothing but the notice. Once you get the notice, you try to understand whatever the information given in notice, and according to that notice, you are trying to carry out your work. You are going to respond to the college. So that is the notice. That notice is nothing but the stimuli. Okay. Now, second element is the attention. The stimuli that are paid attention depend purely on people's selection capacity and intensity of stimuli. Now, you are receiving lots of stimuli. Here I am going to draw one picture here. For example, this is the individual. Okay. And here is the message. Now, stimuli that are paid attention depend purely upon people's selection and capacity. Basically, individuals are receiving lots of messages. We are receiving lots of messages. For example, in our WhatsApp also we are receiving lots of messages. To which message we have to respond, that depends on ourselves. The message which we are going to see, which we are going to focus attention, only on that message we are trying to carry out our work. So it depends purely on people's selection capacity and intensity. Educated employees pay more attention to the stimuli, for example, announcement of bonus, appeal for efficiency, training and motivation. On which message employees are going to focus? On a bonus, appeal for efficiency, training, motivation. On these things the employees are going to focus. In case of student, we are going to focus on exam, we are going to focus on announcement of result, we are going to focus on fees, admission process. Are you getting? Likewise that. So on which message employees are going to focus? Important message which they feel, that is bonus, etc., etc. The management has to find outside, he has to find out suitable stimuli which can appeal employee to maximum level. That means management has to find out that kind of stimuli, that kind of message which appeal to the employee to do the maximum work. Because of that message, the employees come forward, worker come forward and try to do maximum work or a task. An organization should be aware of all those factors which affect the attention of employees. Basically, main thing is that whatever the message notices are given by managers or management, whenever there is notice, it is expected that the employees should read that notice. Employees should focus on that notice. Employees should carry out work according to that notice. But it is not going to happen. So what we have to do in that case? In that case, we need to find out those factors because of which the attention of employees will be focused on our message. The attention of students will be focused on our notice. Then students will try to carry out their action. They will pay the attention of that notice. During the attention process, the sensory and neural mechanisms are affected. Sensory neural mechanism, that is the mental abilities of the human being that are affected and message received become involved in understanding the stimuli. Main thing, after receiving message, once individual receive the message, he must have to pay attention on that particular message. Unless and until we pay attention on that message, we are not going to read that message. That message is not converted into the action. For example, if I am going to display a notice, giving you a notice, but if you are not going to read that notice, if you are not going to pay attention on that notice, then that notice will not be converted into action by the student. मी एखादी तुम्हाला सूचना दिली, नोटीस दिली, तुम्ही ती नीट वाचली नाही, ते नीट समजून घेतली नाही, तर त्या नोटीसचं कन्व्हर्जन जे ॲक्शनमध्ये व्हायला पाहिजे विद्यार्थ्यांचे ते होणार नाही. स्टुडंट्स विल नॉट कॅरी आउट द वर्क अकॉर्डिंग टू दॅट नोटीस. So for that, what I need to do, I need to make students to pay their attention on the notice. Student must focus their attention on the notice, on that particular message. So during attention process, what is going to happen? The sensory neural mechanisms are affected. Individuals' minds is going to be affected. And that message received become involved in understanding the stimuli. Stimuli means information. Try to understand. That whatever the message is given in notice, that message is going to be, our mind is trying to understand that message. सुरुवात काय होती? If we are going to pay attention, in attention process, individual try to understand that message. If we are ignoring message, we are unable to understand it. If we are neglecting message, we are unable to understand it. Main thing, we must have to pay attention on that particular message. Once you pay the attention, thinking process is going to be start. That is nothing but understanding process of that message is going to be start. Taking employees to the attention stage is essential. For that, what we need to take? What we need to do? We need to take employees to the attention stage. We need to take students to the attention stage, for making them behave in a systematic and required order, for making them to behave according to the notice. We need to take students to that attention phase. We need to make employees to pay their attention on that particular notice. Then and then they are able to understand that message. Are you getting? So that is the attention stage. Okay, now again I am going to draw here. Okay, so this is individual. Here is the message. Individual getting message. Message means stimuli. Then it is going to the individual. But after that, individual is going to pay attention here on the message. After paying attention, recognition stage is there, which is going to be carried in our mind. Recognition stage means basically we are trying to think on that particular message. Okay. Now what recognition says here? What is the meaning of recognition? The message are coming to stimuli are recognized before they are transmitting into behavior. See, what this element of perception says, that is, message is come to the individual mind. Individual think upon it, and then that message is converted into the action. Okay, in stimuli we are getting message first determinant. Second determinant is the attention. So we are paying attention on that stimuli or message. Now third stage is going to carry out in the mind of individual. That is, message or incoming stimuli are recognized before they are transmitted into behavior. Recognize means try to understand by the individual before they are converted into the action. Perception is two-phase activities. Two things are there: receiving stimuli and translating stimuli into action. That I have shown here. That is individual perception process. That means here is the receive of stimuli and here is the conversion of that stimuli into the action. In receiving process, stimuli is there, paying attention is there. Now recognition is going to be carried out in a mind. And after recognition, that message is going to be transferred into the action. That means here behavior is going to be carried out by individual. So perception is two-phase activity, receiving stimuli and translating stimuli into the action. Now recognition process is depend on mental capability or mental acceptability. How you are going to accept that particular message. On that basis, the recognition process is depend. For example, if a car driver suddenly sees a child in front of his car, he stops his car. As suddenly we see a particular child is there, we are going to stop our car. Now recognition process is going to be carried out here. How? He recognizes the stimuli, the life of child is danger. By that way, he tried to stop the car. His mental process recognizes the danger after paying attention on the stimuli. Try to understand. A car driver is there, sees the child in front of his car. As he sees the child in front of this car, seeing the child is the stimuli. Message. Okay. After seeing child, he is going to pay attention. Here he is going to pay the attention of that child. Oh, suddenly there is a child in front of the car. We are paying attention on that. After paying attention, he recognizes. What recognizes? He recognizes what he recognizes? The life of child is in danger. That is the recognition. Oh, this is the notice, and this is the important notice from my point of view. So I will do the action. When we say that this is the notice is important for me, when we say that this notice is useful for me, that when we are going to say useful, important, that saying, that thinking is nothing but the recognition. So what he recognized? Child is in danger. He tried to recognize it. Then what he is going to do? He is going to stop the car. If he does not pay attention on stimuli, here he is going to pay attention, so he is going to stop the car. But if he does not pay attention, he cannot recognize the danger. Try to understand. If we are not paying attention, we cannot recognize the importance of that message. If we are going to ignore the message, if we are going to ignore that particular topic, particular notice, we cannot recognize the use of that information. So same case in this car driver. If he doesn't pay attention, then he cannot recognize the danger. And what will happen? There will be accident. Child might be expired. Are you getting? So after recognizing stimuli, he translates message into behavior. That is the next step. Stimuli, that means information come to you. You pay attention on that stimuli message. After paying attention, you try to recognize importance, whether that message is useful or not useful. If you feel useful, then that message is converted into the behavior. That is the next element. So clear about recognition. Then next element is the translation. The management in organization has to consider the various aspects or various processes of translating message into action. Okay, message is there. People, workers are going to pay on that message. People understanding the message, and then they have to translate that message into the action. Okay. The employee should assist to translate stimuli into action. What management has to do in case of company, they has to help the worker to translate that information into action. In case of college, what professors has to do? Professor has to help the student to understand that data, understand that topic, and translate that topic into action by the students. Make the students to carry out action on that particular notice or information. For example, the announcement of bonus should be recognized as a stimulus for increasing the production. If you want to increase the production of company, what you need to do? You need to announce the bonus. But the employees must be understand that bonus is recognition or stimulus for increasing the production. Why we are offering the bonus? Why we are offering the extra money? To increase the production. The employees should translate that message into appropriate behavior. That means employees should work, carry out their work for increasing the production. In other words, they should be motivated by management to increase the production. What we need to do, we need to motivate the employees to carry out the work or production more effectively. That is nothing but the translation. Now behavior. Behavior, that means the action which we are going to perform. After getting message, we try to pay attention on it. Then we recognize that message. If we find it is useful, then we are trying to translate that message into behavior. And after translating that message, we are trying to carry out the behavior. So behavior is the outcome of the cognitive process. Now cognitive process means understanding the process, or cognitive process means the knowledge which we are gaining. Whatever the knowledge we gain, according to that knowledge, according to that cognition, we are trying to carry out the action. So behavior is the outcome of cognition process. It is response to change in sensory stimulus or inputs. Whatever the information we are receiving, we are trying to give response to that information. Whatever the message we are receiving, according to that message, we are trying to carry out our behavior. Perceptual behavior is not influenced by the reality. Whatever the perceptual behavior we are going to perform, that is not influenced by the reality, but is a result of perception process. Try to understand. Perception behavior means whatever the information we are receiving, according to that information we are trying to carry out the behavior. But whatever the real message is there, according to that reality we are not going to carry out the behavior. How we are going to carry out our behavior? As a result of perception process. Means, for example, 100% message is there. But if whatever the thing which you understand from that message, for example, if you understand only 50% of that message, if you understand 50% of that message, whatever 50% we are understanding, that is your perception process. Whatever you understand, 50% if you understand, according to that 50%, you are trying to carry out your perception behavior. So there is no use of that kind of perceptual behavior. Main thing, whatever the perception process is going to be carried out in individual, on that perceptual process, a behavior of individual is depend. The percentage intensity which you understood, according to that intensity, according to that percentage, you are trying to carry out the behavior. That is the main thing. So whatever the behavior is depend upon your perceptual process, his learning, his personality, and on factors. So that are the main thing. The psychological feedback that may influence the perception of employee may be superior behavior, eye movement, raising eyebrow, tone of voice. So that is the feedback which we are giving to the message. Okay, I understand. Okay, eye movement or raising eyebrow, tone of voice. Yes, we get it. We know. Yes, we will perform it. Yes, we can do it. So that is the feedback of sharing message to the student or employees. Yes, sir, we can do it. That means, yes, sir, we have understood it. That words indicate your feedback to the lecturer, to that particular topic. The behavior of employees depend upon the perception. Behavior of student depend upon the perception, which is visible in the form of action, reaction, or behavior. Whatever the actions you are going to perform, whatever the reactions you are giving, whatever the behavior you are going to carry out, that is nothing but the behavior of employee. That is the behavior of individual, behavior of student. The behavioral termination of perception may be overt or covert. Behavior action, behavior of individual is it can be called as overt behavior or covert behavior. Overt behavior, that means the overt code, that means the physical action of the individuals. It is termed as the behavior which we are going to carry out. That is termed as that can be called as overt behavior or covert behavior. The perception behavior is a result of cognitive process of a stimulus. Try to understand. Perception behavior is the result. Cognitive process means whatever the information which you receive, which you understood, on that basis, perception behavior is going to be carried out. So perception behavior is depend upon as a result of cognitive process of stimulus. Of stimulus means information. Whatever the information you receive, you understand, whatever the knowledge you get from that information, on that basis your perceptual behavior is depend. So here it is given message. Stimulus is nothing but the message, action, whatever is going to be carried out. Perception is reflected in a behavior. Whatever the thing you understood, that is reflected into the behavior of an individual, which is visible in different forms of employees' action and motivation. Whatever the perceptions is going to be carried, perception process, whatever the things you understood, whether you are understood or not, is depend upon your behavior. So it is going to be reflected in your behavior. Yes, sir, we understood. That is your feedback. By that way, we understood that you get that information. So behavior which is visible in different forms of employees and actions and motivation. If you are able to do that action, if you are able to do that practice, then we come to know that you understood that message or information. So that is the behavior. After behavior, we have to perform. Performance is going to be evaluated whether you are done proper way or not. Proper behavior learns higher performance. If you are able to do the proper behavior, if you are able to do that practice very well, then it indicates higher performance. Higher performance become a source of stimuli and motivation to other employees. Higher performance, that is, if you are able to do that practice properly, if your behavior is going to be carried out properly according to that message, then that can be act as an example of motivation to the other employees. As our employees, as our senior persons, as our colleague, as your friends are able to do that particular task, then it motivates you. By that way, you are also able to do that particular kind of work. A performance reward relationship is established to motivate the people in an employee. If you are able to do it, you will get this reward. If you are able to attend it, you will get the attendance. If you are able to do it, you will get the marks. These assignments have this kind of marks. So rewards are necessary if you want to make the individual to perform the particular task in a higher performance. So that is the 6 elements performance. And the last one is the satisfaction. Now what satisfaction? High performance gives more satisfaction. The level of satisfaction is calculated with the different performance. How you are able to perform regarding that message. On that basis, your level is decided. If performance is more than expectation, the people are delighted. Delighted, that means rewards are given to that people. If you are able to do performance much more than the expectation, at least you must able to do. But above that, if you are able to perform, then it is delighted. But when performance is equal to expectation, it provides the satisfaction. What is expectation? At least whatever message I try to give, whatever the things I try to teach you, according to that things you must able to do the work. On the other hand, if performance is less than expectation, then people become frustrated. But if you are unable to do that particular task very well, then you are getting frustrated. What is expected from the teacher? What is expected from the parents? And if you are unable to do it, then you are getting frustrated. Your parent is expecting that you must get this kind of marks, 70%, at least 80% mark. But if you are getting 60, 70, or if you are getting fail in any course, you are unable to perform according to their expectation, then you get frustrated. That is the thing. If you are unable to perform the task as per expectation, then you get frustrated. These require more appealing form of stimulus, developing proper employees' work behavior and high performance. If this thing is happen, then we need to give more appealing stimulus to the employees. If employees getting frustrated, if student getting frustrated because of failure, because of not able to achieve the expectation, then we need to create that kind of stimulant, we need to create that kind of influence so that people will come forward and perform the task in a higher performance. At least they are able to perform the task in satisfaction level. It is essential to understand the factors that influence the perception process. So for this, what we need to do? We need to understand those factors, we need to find out those factors which will influence the perception process. असं काहीतरी केलं पाहिजे जेणेकरून परसेप्शन प्रोसेस चांगली होईल, अंडरस्टँडिंग प्रोसेस चांगली होईल, अँड mold the employees, mold the students to behave toward the satisfaction. By that way, the student or employees will get much more satisfaction. That factors we need to find out, so that because of that factors, worker, student will come forward, try to understand that message and try to carry out work according to the expectation. Now these are the 7 elements of perception. Try to understand here. If this is individual, here is the message, that is nothing but the stimuli. So we are receiving that stimuli, we are receiving the message through number of sources. We are not going to pay attention on all the messages, all the information. For example, in newspaper, 1,000 news are there. We are not going to read all the news. We are going to read those news which is useful for us. That means we are paying attention on only those news which is useful for us. So attention is the second element. Okay, so we need to pay attention on the message, then that message or stimuli will be converted into the action. Okay, now this, after paying attention on a message, the recognition stage is going to be carried out in our mind. Recognition stage, that means understanding or recognizing whether that message is useful or not. If we feel useful, we are translating that message into the behavior. Okay, translating, that was the next one, translating message into the behavior. After translating, we are going to carry out the behavior. After translating behavior, that message into behavior, then we are going to perform. Performance is going to be evaluated. And after performance, satisfaction is there. So likewise, stimulus, attention, recognition, transmission, behavior, performance and satisfaction. These are the 7 elements of perceptual process. Likewise, perception process is going to be carried out from getting message to the satisfaction, to the behavior and then satisfaction. So that are the elements of perception, determinants of perception. Very easier one, try to understand, then you are able to write it in an exam. Are you getting? Okay, thank you. If you have any problem, you can ask me directly. Okay, thanks.